Hey J Team, it's your boy Justin coming with part 2 of the iPod Classic water damage repair. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, click on the thumbs up, click on the bell down below to get notification. Make sure you click on all notifications so you get all my new uploads and videos and everything like that. I hope everybody enjoys this video and is having a great day. And let's get started on continue this repair. So, oh yeah, I'll put this in the screen too so you can see that. Hopefully everybody can see the hard drive right here. I'm gonna, give me a sec. J Team, I'm just gonna move it down just a little bit here. Oh, goodness. Need to get a better tripod. This tripod's not bad, but hopefully everybody can still, here. There we go, you can so much, okay, I'm gonna, how's that? Can you see me now? Yeah, there we go, now you can see me. Alright, J Team, so anyway, that looks kind of funny where you can only see a portion of my head. I'll tell you what, I'll just lift up the parts and let you see the parts. There we go, that's better. So what we have here is the upper case or back casing, and right there in the upper portion where my finger's pointing down towards, that circuit is your headphone jack, your mute button, and what else is here? Two types of headphones, so I'll show you right here. So you have headphone there, and then your mute on and off. So that circuit, to me, just eyeballing it looks fine, but I'll tell you what, just for the shits and giggles, let's take it out. Is this the right? Oh, it's the right bit. So the little silver screws. So it's fun taking stuff apart, especially when it doesn't work, and then, you know, you fix it and it's like, oh, that's pretty, you know, it's pretty cool when that happens. So I'm just gonna set this actually right here. Hopefully everybody can still see these parts. I'm gonna make sure they're in screen here. Here. Hard drive. Oh, good thing I took this out. Because see those two orange capacitors? Those are very important. And there's a bunch of components there. On this side. Oh, sorry. On this side, bunch of components. So I want to clean this board too. The hard drive I'm going to also have a look at. We're not going to take apart where the mechanical disc is. Because if even a speck of dust, like microscopic speck, gets in the hard drive, like where the little zinc glass platter is, that'll, you know, that'll destroy the hard drive. So this tape has to go. I'm going to see why the tape's there. I'm just going to say I think this tape was there to hold let me set that there. Ah, okay, I see why it was there. I see why the tape is there, I'll show you. The reason the tape was here is because this piece here is loose. See how that's lifts up and stuff? It doesn't stay down on its own very well. But hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with leaving the tape off of that like that. And there's that part, so that's what it looks like. So, this part, do not get rid of. If you're going to do the hard drive upgrade, keep, here, I'll hold it here, so you can see it. Keep this part. Don't get rid of this part that connects the hard drive. You want to keep that. Make sure you hang on to this part. Even if you end up using another part that's like this, with the mod. Still keep the original part, because you want to keep most of the original stuff with your iPod. So here's what the inner pins look like. Okay, that's the top of the hard drive. It's the bottom, or sorry, that's the top. That's the bottom where it has writing, and I can pull this foam gently off without ripping it. Pretty sure I could. On my other one that is working that I use. Oh, do I see Toshiba? I think this is a Toshiba drive. Ooh, the foam is being a little more picky on this one. Okay, it's being really picky. It is. Yeah, I can pull the these parts off, so I'll put that there like that. It's kind of cool how the old iPods had mechanical hard drives like this. I think the iPod, what is it called? It's the iPod Classic and the iPod Mini, I think, had these hard drives in them. So anyway, without those parts on, this is what it looks like. Hear that? The heads are a little loose in here, but I think this hard drive still could fire up. I'm going to use my special spatula here and try to open up my, try to cut the foam without damaging it too badly. I'm trying to release the foam off the hard drive without ripping it, and okay, it's just, I want to find out exactly what kind of drive this is. I'm pretty sure it's Toshiba, because that's what I saw when I took the foam back a little bit. I'm pretty sure that said Toshiba, which is a pretty good drive, honestly. Toshiba makes, oh yeah, Toshiba. It's a Toshiba drive. Now let's see if it, if I can get it down enough. Huh, 500 milliamp hour. So 500 milliamps, it takes that. And 3.3 volt DC to power it. Huh. Well, no wonder the batteries in these iPods die so fast. It's using half the power. Does it say 20 gigabytes somewhere on here, or is that something Apple didn't list on these hard drives? I'm having trouble oh man, this is some delicate foam. Come on. Be nice, just pop off. So what I'm gonna have to do is seal it back on afterwards. Whoop. So here's the foam. I got most of it off. It's in pretty good shape still. At least it's in that condition, not destroyed completely. So this hard drive is made in Indonesia. It has all these different numbers and stuff at the bottom here. If I can get some of this residue off here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it's okay if you get rid of this residue. Come on, say 20 gigabytes. I know the hard drive in my other iPod. Yep, there we go. There's the Apple logo saying it's an Apple drive. I will show you in a few seconds, JT. right there. Hope everybody can see that. Right there, 20 gigabytes, Apple. Right there, Toshiba. So this is a Toshiba Apple standard hard disk. Oh, you gotta like it when they make a hard drive that you cannot they made it so it's like not serviceable, this hard drive. But one thing I can do, kind of curious which side, I'm pretty sure the side with the I'm kind of curious what kind of music is on this thing, because I'm sure there'll be music on it. What I might do is erase the music that's on it and put my own music on it, because I got a bunch of discs. And I do have a desktop, but I don't have a very good screen to hook it up to. So yeah, 500 milli, 3.3 volt, 500 milliamp. So this uses a lot of so after it's been cleaned up, this is what this drive looks like. Here's after it's been cleaned up. There's what this drive is all about. So I'm shaking it, and the head's a little bit loose. Now the screw's on this side, but I'm sure that's where the mechanical... You know what? I'm pretty sure this drive's shot anyways. Let's take it apart, so I can show you what an inside of one of these drives looks like, because I'm going to be replacing this drive anyways in this iPod, if I can get the iPod to work. These are some tiny little Torx bits. Cool. Got the right one. Well, here it goes. If this was a good mechanical portion on the hard drive, it's about to, well, you never know, it might actually, sometimes hard drives do, where'd that go, right there? Oh, well, you know, these are non-magnetic screws. That's okay. There's only 4 screws in this hard drive too. I'm sure everybody here is itching to see what the inside of this hard drive looks like. If anybody knows what the very first iPod Classic, the very first iPod Classic and the very first iPod Mini was, that had these hard drives, like the very first, like Generation 1 release day iPod Classic and iPod Mini was, leave a comment down below, because I'm very interested on knowing. Because this one was made in 2004, but I'm pretty sure there's one that's older than this. Alright, so that's all of the screws taken out. So let me see if I can crack this thing open. Hold on a sec, you guys. Hold on a sec. I have no nails, so that hurts. Let me show you something on the side here that I just found out. See on the side, can you see that, J-Team? There's a little rail here. It goes all the way around. I just noticed the bottom does come off. Okay, so when I said it could probably separate, it can separate. I just wasn't looking close enough. So I just learned something new. Oh, the whole thing's coming apart. And I see the circuit board. Well, we'll take it all apart anyways. Gotta have some fun, right? So might as well. Why is that not coming? You know what? Clip that back in. There is another screw. So this is acting just like an actual laptop hard drive. There's a hidden screw under the label, right in the middle, right where my finger is pointing. Screwdriver to pierce the inside of it. Come on. It's being picky with me. Okay. And I have to cut the little seal. Seal somewhat cut. I'm just cutting the label that's on the side where the hidden screw is. I'm just trying to, without damaging the platter, I'm just trying to cut that seal away enough so I can get the screw out. Pretty certain there's a screw. Yeah, there is. Right there. It's a warranty label over. Oh man, they really went out of their way to make it so you couldn't. So it would be harder to get inside this thing. But they don't know me very well. I'm getting in it one way or the other. What the heck? What in the world is... What? How? You'll see why I'm sort of stuttering right there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take this whole half of the sticker, not the whole, like, model number and all that off. I'm going to take half. I'm going to show you why I'm a little bit frozen now. What the heck is this? Yeah, I'll show you guys in a few. Just give me a sec here. I'm just trying to pull the... Cut the seal. Guys, J-Team. I'm going to show you something that I don't know if you guys knew anything about this with hard drives out of iPods, but this is something new for me. I've never seen this. I got to cut the check this out. Look at that. The actual motor. There's no screw there. That's the full motor. So what the heck is that? I thought there'd be a screw there. Unless the screw's underneath this little tab. Ah, or is that not a screw that I'm seeing there? Well, that's a bearing. What is that? So is that why this hard drive doesn't want to... I'm just going to peel the whole sticker off. We all know that it's a 20 gigabyte and everything like that. We know what the milliamps are. We know what the voltage is. Wait a second. I'm going to show you something. I think I found one of the hidden screws. Ah, yes. Okay, we are in business, J-Team. Phillips screw head number 1, Phillips screw number 2. They're little tiny Phillips. So I'm going to put my screwdriver over here, put in my little Phillips driver. These are a long one. Here's what there's what those screws look like. Okay. Trying to, ooh. Now, wouldn't that be cool if I pulled this thing apart, put it together, and it worked? Considering that the unit was water damaged, it doesn't look that bad though. It almost looks like someone else has been into it and tried to repair it before me, so there may have been bad water damage in it and someone just already have, cleaned it and tried to repair it. Wow, I've never seen a hard drive like this before. That's cool. I'll show you once again. There's the little spinner motor for the platter, and you have all this stuff here. Isn't that cool? So 20 gigabyte, 3.3 volts to power it, 500 milliamps, Toshiba drive, disk drive. So it's a hard disk. And that's better. It's a coming apart. Well, was coming apart. Oh yeah, it's still coming apart. Here's this half of the hard drive off. Yeah, it's sticking in my fingers a little bit. What the heck? So here's this piece. $340 capital A capital O. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See right there? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay? And those screws I took out, these two screws, that one screw I recently showed you, that's holding the circuit board in. So let's lift the circuit board out. Give it a nice gentle wiggle. There's the board, just like a regular standard hard drive would have in it. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to really clean that board. It's not super corroded, but there's a little bit of corrosion in there, so it's definite water damage. Here's another one of these. There's a lot of parts to these mechanical drives for iPods, the older iPods. So here's what that looks like from the inside. Okay. So now here's where the platter is. Let's risk it. Let's pop that off. Let's see what's underneath. There we go. All the dust that's in here is now getting into this thing. But this hard drive I'm pretty sure is out of order, because I've seen so many of these hard drives become faulty. But you never know, this could be the one hard drive. Like the one I have, my 2006 I believe, Ipod Classic, which also has one of these mechanical drives in it. Its hard drive still works perfectly fine. Just as I thought, this is just like a laptop hard drive. Here's what an inside of an Ipod Classic from 2004 looks like. There's the hard drive. See, it's a zinc platter, which is glass. There's your heads and mechanics. So once again, I'll show you. That's out of an Ipod Classic from 2004. I'll put that back on. And I'm going to put those screws back in the top, because I have a good feeling this can be fixed. Smaller Torx. So that was pretty cool. Put them in lightly for now so I can get this very carefully. There we go. So there we go. I was able to show you what the inside of this hard drive looks like. And there's a chance, I didn't see any dust. Even microscopic, with the naked eyes, you could still somewhat see. Like if you very, very carefully look at it really closely, you'd be able to see it. And there's just no dust in there. I'm just going to tighten these screws up nicely. So there's a hard drive back together the way it was for those parts. It's still no board or anything in there yet, because I haven't did the wire damage cleaning. So what I'm thinking, I'll put the main board and this part off to the side. Actually, go this way. Okay, and I'm going to finish up working on the hard disk drive. Isopropyl cleaning alcohol, toothbrush, cloth to dry it. This stuff is fast drying too. Most of the time I like using Zippo lighter fluid because it evaporates so fast. And cleans so nicely, but I think we'll make an exception with the alcohol cleaner this time. I'm just going to take my board here and just polish all the components really nice. Whew. Something really, really bad spilt into this iPod, or it might be worse than water damage. Because that smell that's coming off of the board when I'm cleaning it there, it's not just a smell of isopropyl cleaning alcohol, there's something else. I'd say it's something like maybe Sprite or beer or something spilt on there, and as soon as I got moisture on there, it started, like this cleaner, it started liquefying and making that nasty smell. Phew. That sort of smells like Sprite when it liquefies like that. So that's probably what it spilled onto this iPod. And just got everything wet. Okay. I'm gonna be surprised if this hard drive actually works, because yeah, that's Sprite. And that's Sprite. Hopefully this will fix our hard drive, if the hard drive was even broken, which it most likely was, but who knows, maybe it did have some sort of life in it. I guess we'll find out. There's definitely corrosion in there, so that stops things from working. So it probably would have had some problems with the hard drive, but maybe the but yeah, for iPods, this 2004 version iPod Classic and the 2007 version of the iPod Classics are the holy grail of iPods, because if you have a 2007 model, song shuffling will work if you do the 1 terabyte hard drive mod with these, and it's called iFlash, I believe. Something like that. Well, that looks really nice now. See how nice and shiny that looks? See that nice glary shine come off of the board? That's in really nice condition. Give this, where this connector is on the back here, a little bit of a scrub, just in case a little gunk was in there. Give this a little bit of a scrub. So, hard drive, this piece, come on, get in my hand. There we go. Set this down like that. Okay. Logic board for the hard drive can go in like that. Now where's that? You know what? Let me see something. These screws, I want to see if they can fall through this hole. No. Okay. And this is the one that goes on next. So before I put that on, you know why I'm freezing up right there? Where did that foam go? Did it go on this side? Yeah, foam went on this side, so we're good. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing anything, guys. Or I mean, J-Team. Make sure I'm not missing anything, J-Team. Okay. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. Pretty close. Couple screws. This is the driver. Oh, they're Phillips. Right. There we go. Hold on a sec. Stop. Screw goes here, not there. Oh, it does go all the way through. So I could have just put them in without putting that plate back on. Ha! That's alright. A little plastic, a white plastic sheet didn't line up perfectly, but you can just Ew. Okay. I'm not liking that. That'll damage the shell, won't it? This one in the bottom here is not coming all the way out. It's acting as a security screw. Can get it out of the iPod hard drive. And I'm going to pull the shell back off of it and then put the screw in and see if I can pull that off by chance. Okay, now I'll put the screw in because then I can thread it in all the way. There we go. Now I'll put this back on. Oh well. Or wait a sec. Oh, you teasing thing. The white sheet's teasing me. Goes over these guys. Okay. Now I got it right. I'll show you what I did. So see the screws? See that little Phillips head right there, and that Phillips head, where is it? Right there. One there, one there. They're in right. Now they do look like they're on the outside of the mill, but they're behind it. So this is together properly now. And this thing here, I think the foam went on. Something like that afterwards. Then this guy went on here, and this guy went on if I can even get it. There we go. Went on like that. So there's our hard drive back together. This little foam part I just have to, that's what it should look like there. It'll cover that motor up. I'm just going to put some tiny bit of glue, like a very small bit. I'll grab some glue and put that on there. And then this piece right here goes back onto the hard disk. And I'm just trying to picture which way this thing goes on. It was the hold on a sec. This has got me a little confused. That's the word side, and when it was in there, the words were downwards because it was just this showing. So I think it goes, that's odd. There's no way it goes this way, does it? Maybe it does. What in the world is going on here? Something's really wrong. It has to go this way. Why won't it line up with all the, okay, I'm confused now. There's some empty, I'm going to show you why I'm confused, guys. I mean, J-Team, sorry. See right there, there's some empty pin holes there. That's weird. This piece should be a little longer, don't you think? Oh well, works for me. So there's the hard drive complete. Okay, so the main thing we want, the hard drive's not that important, okay? Because the hard drive's being replaced with a new one eventually. But for temporary, I wouldn't mind that hard drive working. So, main board time. Give it a nice scrub. And get everything, including the screen connector, get right inside that. There's that same smell of Sprite. I can just smell it coming off the board as soon as I liquefy it. So whoever cleaned this didn't use the right cleaner, because it definitely did not clean, you know, the Sprite. Like, it was definitely pop that was built into it, because I can just smell the Sprite coming off of like the board. It's coming back. You know, just have enough IPA to so anyway, a little blow completely dried it up. Check out how nice that board looks. So I'm going to clean down this lower area of the board where the charging plug system plugs in. You gotta be so gentle because this board can break very easily, and I don't want to break it. I just want to repair it. And just think, I got this thing for free, so you know, what if I do get it working, you know? Wouldn't that be something else? And it's actually in pretty nice shape. This iPod's in pretty good condition, so it's liquid damage, not water damage, liquid damage, which means it could be any liquid. But I know what liquid is because I can smell it, and that's Sprite. So whoever had this spilled probably a big glass at least of Sprite on it. It got inside the iPod and did some pretty good damage to it. But, you know, I come along, I do some work on it, and I have a very good feeling this thing just might turn on. But we'll find out, I guess, right? Who knows, maybe that battery has a little bit of juice in it, because I did leave it plugged in for quite a long time. It never showed anything on the screen or anything, but maybe the screen was malfunctioning because of all the corrosion and like underneath some of the chips and stuff and connectors. Matter of fact, I'm going to even clean out the 40 pin charge port on the board here. Let's give it a little bit of a spray. Let's just fill that up with some fluid. I'm just going to give that a nice, very good polishing. Now don't put too much force on here. I'm not putting a whole bunch of force on it. I'm just putting enough where the bristles get in there and they clean up the inside. If you have iPads, bunch of phones and stuff that are having trouble charging, try cleaning the charging ports out. And if there's stuff jammed in there, a little sewing needle. Very carefully pick it out. And half of the time, that fixes the problem. As long as it's not water damage. If it's water damage, you gotta take your device apart like I'm doing. Because this thing was left plugged in for at least 6 hours and nothing happened. So, beautiful, nice and clean. See inside there? See how nice that looks? It's good and clean. That's what we want. There. Now, to the next side for cleaning. I hope this thing works. You know, it'd be pretty cool because then I'd have two real cool iPod classics. Or maybe these are the minis. Let me know in the comments down below. Here, I'll show you the front of it. Is this iPod right here an iPod mini or an iPod classic? I thought it was an iPod classic. Maybe I'm wrong and this is the mini. But definitely let me know. See if I can get this close up enough. I don't know if you can see, J-Team, if you can see the IMEI number or the serial number or whatever it is. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. But yeah, let me know what kind of iPod that is. I'm pretty sure it's either the classic or the mini. Anyway, let's soak the board. Oh, come on. There we go. Can't be completely out of alcohol cleaner. It's dripping off of it. That's how soaked I have it. But that's what we want. We want to drench this thing. And just see what will happen if we give it a very nice cleaning. will it come back to life and start working again. I'm going to just clean underneath this chip a little more. Just one little chip. I want to make sure it gets the cleaning that it needs, because it's inlaid by little solder balls. So you want to make sure they get as much as possible. Alright, so there's what the bigger portion looks like, nice and shiny clean. See, there's no residue there. That's what we want. Oh yeah, look at this. Let me show you this on camera. I don't know if you can, sorry J-Team, it's hard to see. On an angle, can you sort of see the liquid right there? I'll try to point to it. Here, let me grab the upper half so I can point to what I'm looking at. Right here, there's some Sprite. Right there, I can see liquid. And there's a bunch all over this upper portion of Sprite. Yeah, that's Sprite. That, you can smell the sugar and all that in there. That's definitely Sprite. So let's give that a nice shiny cleaning. So whoever cleaned this, only clean the one side of the board, not both sides. That's a no-no. Clean the whole iPod, do a proper job, and your iPod will come back most of the time. Most of the time. Doesn't mean all the time. Sometimes they don't come back. You need to do board level repair to get them to work. If you have the equipment to do that, by all means give it a shot. And if you don't, well, you know, still try to clean it and fix it. So what I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of all the sugar molecules and everything else that's causing short outs on here. Because if it wasn't damaged, it would have been working. When I left it plugged in, it would have showed a charging symbol, it would have worked. But unfortunately, there's just nothing happening. Even the hard drive wasn't spinning up. So, you know, I don't know if there's a power at all getting to the battery, to where a battery might have a slight little charge or not. But, you know, when I put it together, I'll have to give it a give it a little more right here. Now let me show you this part. See that nice, see on that one corner I was showing you before? No more Sprite, it's all beautiful. See that nice glaring shine? This iPod right here, hard drive and stuff, is ready to go back together. But let's not forget about this circuit. It still has Sprite on it and needs a good cleaning. So let's give it a nice cleaning. I want to treat this, you know, oh, there's a little, I didn't realize that ribbon cable unplugs all the way. That's cool. So the ribbon cable on this part, the ribbon cable right here, unplugs. Let's have a look at those. Doesn't look horrible, but there is a little bit of, you know, Sprite on that. I should be going this way, not that way, but oh yeah, that's looking a bit better. See all the little nice connections, how nice they are? before there's a few black spots on there, so cool. Off to the side. Now back to the circuit board, so I'm going to have to redouse it with this alcohol cleaner. Try to... Oh, come on, don't tell me I'm out. Just ran out. But there's enough on there where I can clean it. So that's the good news. Just enough to get the rest of this part clean. Get inside here, clean that up real nice, click that down, get cleaning, I might have to still a little bit of moisture on here of the alcohol cleaner, enough to at least do the rest of the clean job that I need to make this board perfect. Here's what it looks like afterwards. Real nice cleaning. Here's the other side. Real nice shine clean. So now, this entire iPod is ready to go back together and we can test it. Because the screen connector looks fine. It doesn't even look... I mean, I can give it a little bit of a scrub, I guess, with the brush. Just to be certain, just in case. See how nice that looks? Look at that nice shininess. So, yeah, I can't see anything being wrong with the LCD. What I do need is... Now, I'll use my shirt. Because that other cloth is just too rough. It's going to put several scratches in the LCD. And right now I can just get a nice, perfect, nice. Look how nice that looks. Look how good that looks, you guys. I mean, J-Team, look how beautiful that is. This is an original black and white screen too. And I'm certain this has gotta work. But the only way to really find out is to put it together and test it. So, let's flip. So what I'm doing is I'm plugging in the cable for the LCD, nice and easily. So there's the LCD back on like that. Yeah, so this goes in now. So the plastic panel here has a few scratches, but they're nothing that bad. I've seen real bad scratches on these panels, and it can be pretty brutal to where you can hardly see the screen. This is in nice shape, honestly. Adjust my LCD into the right position. There we go.